come forward. There are a lot of empty chairs here, please. So that will make our area a lot more quieter, please. خانم عزیز، خانم محترم، این دعا رو چون دعا بسیار زیبا و خیلی مهمه برای شب‌های مبارک رمضان باز خوانده بشه، لذا از همه شما ازم درخواست میکنم، تمنا میکنم که سکوت رو رعایت بفرمایید. الان من دارم صحبت میکنم، دو سه تا از خواهرای خوب ما هنوز دارن راجع به حالا نمیدونم شاید راجع به ماه رمضان دارن صحبت میکنن با هم. خواهر محترم خواهش کنم بفرمایید اینجا بشینید جلو. بفرمایید خواهش. Sisters, please, if my respected sisters to please be quiet so we can start the dua. Thank you. آقای شهیدی هم خواهش می‌کنم شما صحبت. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أفتتح الثناء بحمدك وأنت مسدد للصواب بمنك وأيقنت أنك أنت أرحم الراحمين في موضع العفو والرحمن وأشد المعاقبين في موضع النكال والنقمة وأعظم المتجبرين في موضع الكبرياء والعظمة. اللهم أذنت لي في دعائك ومسألتك فاسمع يا سميع بدحتي وأجب يا رحيم دعوتي وأقل يا غفور عثرتي. فكم يا إلهي من كربة قد فرجتها وهموم قد كشفتها وعثرة قد أقلتها ورحمة قد نشرتها وحلقة بلاء قد فككتها. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا ولم يكن له شريك في الملك ولم يكن له ولي من الذل وكبره تكبيرا. الحمد لله بجميع محامده كلها على جميع نعمه كلها. الحمد لله الذي لا ضاد له في ملكه ولا منازع له في أمره. الحمد لله الذي لا شريك له في خلقه ولا شبيه له في عظمته. الحمد لله الفاشي في الخلق أمره وحمده الظاهر بالكرم مجده الباسط بالجود يده الذي لا تنقص خزائنه ولا تزيده كثرة العطاء إلا جودا وكرما. إنه هو العزيز الوهاب. اللهم إني أسألك قليلا بالكثير مع حاجة بي إليه عظيمة وغناك عنه قديم وهو عندي كثير وهو عليك سهل يسير. اللهم إن عفوك عن ذنبي وتجاوزك عن خطيئتي وصفحك عن ظلمي وسترك على قبيح عملي وحلمك عن كثير جرمي عندما كان من خطئي وعمدي أطمعني في أن أسألك ما لا أستوجبه منك الذي رزقتني من رحمتك وأريتني من قدرتك وعرفتني من إجابتك، فصرت أدعوك آمنا وأسألك مستأنسا، لا خائفا ولا وجلا، مدلا عليك فيما قصدت فيه إليك، فإن أبطأ عني عتبت بجهلي عليك، ولعل الذي أبطأ عني هو خير لي لعلمك بعاقبة الأمور. فلم أرى مولا كريما أصبر على عبد لئيم منك علي يا رب، إنك تدعوني فأولي عنك، وتتحبب إلي فأتبغض إليك، وتتودد إلي فلا أقبل منك، كأن لي التطول عليك، ثم لم يمنعك ذلك من الرحمة لي والإحسان إلي والتفضل علي بجودك وكرمك. فارحم عبدك الجاهل وجد عليه بفضل إحسانك، إنك جواد كريم. الحمد لله مالك الملك مجري الفلك مسخر الرياح فالق الإصباح ديان الدين رب العالمين. الحمد لله على حلمه بعد علمه، والحمد لله على عفوه بعد قدرته، والحمد لله على طول أناته في غضبه، وهو القادر على ما يريد. الحمد لله خالق الخلق باسط الرزق فالق الإصباح بالجلال والإكرام والفضل والإنعام، الذي بعد فلا يرى وقرب فشهد النجوى تبارك وتعالى. الحمد لله الذي ليس له منازع يعادله ولا شبيه يشاكله ولا ظهير يعاضده، قهر بعزته الأعزاء وتواضع لعظمته العظماء، فبلغ بقدرته ما يشاء. الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أناديه ويستر علي كل عورة وأنا عصيه، ويعظم النعمة علي فلا أجازيه. فكم من موهبة هنيئة قد أعطاني، وعظيمة مخوفة قد كفاني، وبهجة مونقة قد أراني، فأثني عليه حامدا وأذكره مسبحا. الحمد لله الذي لا يهتك حجابه ولا يغلق بابه ولا يرد السائل ولا يخيب آمل. الحمد لله الذي يؤمن الخائفين وينجي الصالحين ويرفع المستضعفين ويضع المستكبرين ويهلك ملوكا ويستخلف آخرين. والحمد لله قاصم الجبارين مبير الظالمين مدرك الهاربين نكال الظالمين صريخ المستصرخين موضع حاجات الطالبين معتمد المؤمنين. الحمد لله الذي من خشيته ترعد السماء وسكانها وترجف الأرض وعمالها وتموج البحار ومن يسبح في غمراتها. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله الذي يخلق ولم يخلق ويرزق ولا يرزق ويطعم ولا يطعم ويميت الأحياء ويحيي الموتى وهو حي لا يموت بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وأمينك وصفيك وحبيبك وخيرتك من خلقك وحافظ سرك ومبلغ رسالاتك أفضل وأحسن وأجمل وأكمل وأزكى وأنمى وأطيب وأطهر وأسنى وأكثر ما صليت وباركت وترحمت وتحننت وسلمت على أحد من عبادك وأنبيائك ورسلك وصفوتك وأهل الكرامة عليك من خلقك. اللهم صل على علي أمير المؤمنين ووصي رسول رب العالمين عبدك ووليك وأخي رسولك وحجتك على خلقك وآيتك الكبرى والنبأ العظيم. وصل على الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. وصل على صدقي الرحمة وإمامي الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي. حججك على عبادك وأمرائك في بلادك صلاة كثيرة دائمة. اللهم صل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمن والعدل المنتظر وحفظه بملائكتك المقربين وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل الداعي إلى كتابك والقائم بدينك استخلف في الأرض كما استخلفت الذين من قبلك. مكن له دينه الذي ارتضيته له أبدله من بعد خوفي أمنا يعبدك لا يشرك بك شيئا. اللهم أعزه وأعزز به وانصره وانتصر به وانصره نصرا عزيزا وافتح له فتحا يسيرا واجعل له من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. اللهم أظهر به دينك وسنة نبيك حتى لا يستخفي بشيء من الحق مخافة أحد من الخلق. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله، وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك، وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ما عرفتنا من الحق فحملنا، وما قصرنا عنه فبلغنا. اللهم المم به شعثنا، واشعب به صدعنا، وارتق به فتقنا، وكثر به قلتنا، واعزز به ذلتنا، واغن به عائلنا، واقض به عن مغرمنا، واجبر به فقرنا، وسد به خلتنا، ويسر به عسرنا، وبيض به وجوهنا، وفك به أسرنا، وأنجح به طلبتنا، وأنجز به مواعيدنا، واستجب به دعوتنا، أعطنا به سؤلنا، وبلغنا به من الدنيا والآخرة آمالنا، وأعطنا به فوق رغبتنا، يا خير المسؤولين وأوسع المعطين. اشف به صدورنا، وأذب به غيظ قلوبنا، واهدنا به لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك، إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. وانصرنا به على عدوك وعدونا إلى الحق. آمين. اللهم إنا نشكو إليك فقد نبينا صلواتك عليه وآله، وغيبة ولينا، وكثرة عدونا، وقلة عددنا، وشدة الفتن بنا، وتظاهر الزمان علينا. وصل على محمد وآل محمد، وأعنا على ذلك بفتح منك تعجله، وبضر تكشفه، ونصر تعزه، وسلطان حق تظهره، ورحمة منك تجللنا، وعافية منك تلبسنا، برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم برحمتك في الصالحين فادخلنا، وفي عليين فارفعنا، وبكأس من معين من عين سلسبيل فاسقنا، ومن الحور العين برحمتك فزوجنا، ومن الولدان المخلدين كأنهم لؤلؤ مكنون فأخدمنا، ومن ثمار الجنة ولحوم الطير فأطعمنا، ومن ثياب السندس والحرير والاستبرق فألبسنا، وليلة القدر وحج بيتك الحرام، وقتلا في سبيلك مع وليك فوفق لنا، وصالح الدعاء والمسألة فاستجب لنا، وإذا جمعت الأولين والآخرين يوم القيامة فارحمنا، وبراءة من النار فاكتب لنا، وفي جهنم فلا تضلنا، وفي عذابك وهوارك فلا تبتلنا، ومن الزقوم والضريع فلا تطعمنا، ومع الشياطين فلا تجعلنا، وفي النار على وجوهنا فلا تكببنا، ومن ثياب النار وسرابيل القطران فلا تلبسنا، ومن كل سوء يا لا إله إلا أنت بحق لا إله إلا أنت فنجنا آمين رب العالمين.
شوي بيصوت راح أخلي بالك. That's why I want to use the other one. Better use the other one. هذا شاش. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, may Allah protect you all and bless you in this very blessed month. And اگر از خواهرای بزرگوارم تمنا میکنم که یه مقداری سکوت را رعایت کنن، خواهش میکنم. تقبل اعمالكم inshallah. We already have gone into the third part of the month. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has accepted all the prayers and the worshipping and supplications and invocations we have all done throughout this 20 days and nights. Tomorrow night, as you're all aware, for those of you who haven't heard, we're going to have a program for the third night of Layal al-Qadr. And we will start definitely with the prayers and iftar, and right after that we will have dua al-iftitah, and the Honorable Imam of the center is going to be speaking to us, and we have a young speaker also to be with us tomorrow night inshallah, and we'll continue our programs after the speeches with the dua al-Quran and the ziyarat al-warith and a couple prayers. Right after that we will do the 3 surahs of the Holy Quran that we always recite that night, and Durjosh al-Kabir, and at the end we'll have dua Abu Hamza al-Thamali. And we're probably going to stay here till 2:30, and many people usually stay for that night from the previous year's experience till the morning prayer. So you're more than welcome to stay all night with us. But this is going to be the summary of tomorrow's program, inshallah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us alive, to be here for another night. And I would encourage everybody to please invite all your friends and relatives and neighbors, Muslims and non-Muslims. These nights are very precious, and I see many people from the last few nights that we had this program with your presence here. It had a great impact in our youth, in our young people. So let's keep this masjid, inshallah, always crowded, and we would love to see you, inshallah. Without any further ado, help me out to invite the Imam of the Senate to the podium with the salawat, please.
Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you to our dear brothers and sisters from the Afghan community for this delicious dinner iftar that was provided by many good families. They put their hands together and they service this iftar with love, with respect, alhamdulillah, and we appreciate them. And I myself, as an imam as a servant in this community for so many years. I am proud and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gifted us with such a beautiful community who are always helpful and always there, alhamdulillah, with their wives, with their children, with the elders. You see many generations of this community coming to the mosque, especially their young ones. I'm impressed with the young generation of this community. They are going to be, and they are now ambassadors of Islam in America through their akhlaq, their manners. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So may Allah bless you, and I ask you to join me to gift this community with salawat for Muhammadin wa Ali Muhammad. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أنبياء الله جميعا وعلى سيدهم وخاتمهم حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، سيما سيدنا ومولانا الإمام أمير المؤمنين عليه الصلاة والسلام وحفيده الإمام المهدي المنتظر، أرواحنا لمقدمه الفداء وعجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. In continuation of our series on the great women of mankind, tonight I'm going to speak about a very special lady, very special mother, very special wife, who is related to Imam Ali alayhi salam. And she deserves to be addressed and to be mentioned and to be remembered and to be celebrated because of her biggest sacrifice for Islam. That lady, when she was young, only 20 years old, in the city of Medina, in her parents' house, one night she saw a dream, very amazing dream. She saw in her a dream that there is a big star that is falling down in her house, and followed by 4 smaller stars who all descended into her house, and it filled the house and the neighborhood and the city of Medina with shining light. So she woke up in the morning asking her mother, what is the meaning of this dream? Her mother, who was also wise and experienced, she said to her, my daughter, the interpretation of your dream is that soon you're going to marry a great man, and from that man you're going to have 4 children, and those children are going to bring light to their communities. That lady is Sayyida Fatima bint Hizam bint Khalid al-Kilabiyya, better known for Ummul Baneen alayhi salam. Great lady. Maybe her oldest son, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, heard the story of how his father, Amir al-Mu'mineen, married his mother only few hours before his martyrdom. At the age of 34, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam heard the story of how his mother married his father only few hours on the eve of Ashura by his sister Zainab alayhi salam. Abu al-Fadl asked women and children to stay in the tent on the eve of Ashura. And he was the main guard, guarding the camp, with many other youth, younger youth, like Ali al-Akbar, Al-Qasim, and some of the companions. So he would not sleep during the night, because his role is to protect women and children from the enemy. One night, and that was the last night of his life, the night of Ashura, the eve of Ashura, he saw in the darkness, he saw something dark moving among the camp, among the tents. He said, Man hada? Who's there? a voice came back saying, "Ana ukhtuka Zainab." I am your sister Zainab. So he said, "Sayyidati." He would address her. He would never say sister. He would never say to Imam Hussein, brother, Sayyidi, my master. This is how he addresses Imam Hussein, my master. This is how he addresses Lady Zainab, Sayyidati, my master. My master, why you are here outside? Qirri wastaqirri. Have peace of mind. I'm standing guarding the camp. No one is going to attack you. She said, I know you are here. I know. But I came for a reason, for a purpose. خرجت لأحدثك بحديث. Important thing I want to share with you that you don't know about it. You are hearing it for the first time. She said, أخي أبا الفضل, لما ماتت أمنا فاطمة, we were stricken with the loss of our young mother at the age of 18. Our mother Fatima died. حزن عليها أبونا أمير المؤمنين حزنا شديدا. Our father, Imam Ali alayhi salam, went into a period of intense sorrow and sadness for the departure of his sweetheart Fatima alayhi salam. And after many years, about 15 years, طلب عقيلا وكان عارفا بأنساب العرب. He reached out to his brother Aqil, and Aqil had an experience about the families and the tribes and the households of the Arabs at that time. He knew all the families, he knew their children, he knew their lineage, he knew their family trees, he knew which family was good and which family was not. So he said to him, أخي عقيل, اخطب لي امرأة ولدتها الفحولة من العرب. I want you to go and propose to our household, to their daughter, and that household should be a household of bravery and magnanimity among the Arab tribes. Aqil said to him, وَمَا تَصْنَعُ بِهَا يَا أَبَا الْحَسَنِ. Why do you want a family, a lady who belongs to a family who is brave? His answer was, the answer of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen was, لِأُرْزَقَ مِنْهَا وَلَدًا أَدَّخِرُهُ لِيَوْمِ الشِّدَّةِ. So I can have from that lady, from that mother, a son that I save him and reserve him for the day of distress. And then Zainab alayhi salam says, Akhi Abul Fadl, tonight is the time that your father Ali wanted you for. He saved you for this time, the day of Ashura. You have to protect your family, your children, your sisters. They are looking up to you for protection. Abul Fadl, he hears the story for the first time. That he was raised, his father married his mother al-Banin for this purpose, to defend the truth, to defend Imam Hussein alayhi salam, to defend the family of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen has altogether, he has 27 children, sons and daughters, 27. 5 of them were from Lady Fatima alayhi salam. Al-Hassan, Al-Hussein, Zainab, Kalthum, and the baby that was killed. And the mother had miscarriage, his mother Fatima, because of the incident of the door, crashing the door on her after the departure of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that baby was Al-Muhsin, who died prematurely. So 5 children from Fatima and 4 children from Fatima binti Huzam ibn Khalid al-Kilabiyya. 4 children, and those 4 children are Al-Abbas alayhi salam, Uthman, Abdullah, and Ja'far. Something also very interesting happened during the eve of the wedding of Imam Ali when he married this lady Fatima. Her name is Fatima. So Imam Ali, when he married her, the first night he asked her, ask for a wish, I will grant you your wish. Ask for anything. And listen, this lady was a very honorable lady. Honorable in terms of not being attached to this life. She could have asked for some jewelry. She could ask for, let's say, a golden ring. She could have asked for some clothing, for some money. But she never asked about these things because she married the richest man after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She married the richest man in terms of akhlaq and faith and sacrifice. So she asked him, she said, Ya Abul Hasan, Ya Abul Hasan, my wish is to change my name. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, what is wrong with your name? Your name is beautiful. She says, I know. But I don't want, when you call me by my first name, Fatima, that my masters Hassan and Hussein and Zainab and Kulthum, they hear the name of their mother, they get broken again. They get sad because they remember the tragic death of their honorable mother Fatima az-Zahra alayhi salam. So please change my name and don't call me by Fatima. So he decided on that night to call her, from the first night, to call her Ummul Baneen. And subhanallah, the mother of the sons, and she had 4 sons, no daughter, 4 sons from Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wassalam. He married her when she was 20 years old. On the year 26, the year 26 of the Hijrah, same year that he married her, on the 4th of Sha'ban of that year, the first son came to this world. The first son of Ali and al-Baneen, and that is Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salatu wassalam. So Abu al-Fadl, on the day of Ashura, he was 33 or 34 years old. And then after him, many years after him, 9 years after Al-Abbas, Abdullah, the second son, came. And 1 year after Abdullah, 1 year, Uthman came. And 5 years after Uthman, Ja'far, the last son, came into this life. And all 4 of them, they gave their lives and their souls on the day of Ashura, defending Islam, defending Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, defending Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Abu al-Fadl asked his 3 siblings that you have to go first. I have to make sure that my brothers, they go first, because I don't want anyone to change his mind later. I make sure that they go first, and then I'm going to follow them. His siblings, they went first to the battlefield, and they were martyred. And then after that, in fact, Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas was the last person, because Imam Hussein did not give him permission. He said to him, Anta liwa'i, hamilu liwa'i, wal alamatu min askari. You are the standard bearer. You are the commander of the army. If you go, the army is going to be shattered. So you have to stay until the last minute. When Abu al-Fadl came and he insisted, he said, Sayyidi, I cannot hear the cries of the children crying, Al-Atash, we are thirsty. Give me permission to go and fight. So he was the last one to go to the battlefield. Fatima bint Asad, Fatima al-Kilabiyya, al-Banin, married Amir al-Mu'mineen, and she was prepared from the first day not just to be a wife, but to be a mother too. And my friends, being a wife, being a husband is not a great deal. But being a good father or a good mother, it's a great deal. It's a big deal. It's a big responsibility. Sometimes the husband and the wife, they don't have children. They live like friends. They have peace of mind. All what they worry about is their food, their drink, their mortgage, their car payment. But when they have children, it's not just about food or drink. It's not only about the mortgage. It's about how to raise and protect and maintain those children. Because those children are amana, trust, given to us by God. It's a gift. All our children, they are a trust given to us by God. God says, I keep those children with you. You take care of them. Promise me you take care of them. Promise me you raise them. Promise me you teach them. Promise me you make them strong. Promise me you inspire them. Promise me you teach them manners, akhlaq, adab, mannerism. It's a big responsibility. Having a family, it's a big responsibility. We the fathers have to be role models. We should not fight at home with our wives, because when we fight with our wives, it is going to reflect on the children. Children see, children hear, children watch, children memorize. It destroys them. Children, when they see their parents fighting, maybe they don't say anything, or maybe they come and say. But if they don't say anything, it does not mean that they don't hear, they don't understand. They pick up everything. And we are sending them wrong messages when we fight among ourselves. It destroys their personality. It destroys their character. It hurts them a great deal. It hurts them emotionally, psychologically. So we have to be responsible. I sometimes say to the parents who want to fight, they can't stop fighting. They act like, second graders. I say to them, if you want to fight, go somewhere else, not in front of your children. Don't fight in front of your children. Go lock the room, or go outside, go to the beach, go somewhere else, and play boxing with each other. Enjoy your time. But don't do that at home. Don't do that in front of your daughter, in front of your son. Don't. Because you are corrupting your children. You are hurting them. You are hurting their psyche. And the psyche, if the psyche gets wounded, then it is very hard to recover. If your children, they develop depression, anxiety, confusion, it's very, very hard to recover later on. Be careful. You have a trust, amana. Whether you have one or whether you have 10. Those are a trust given to you by God. Treat your wife in a good way, in an honorable way at home. If you want your children to treat you good, if you want your children to treat their wives and their husbands and their neighbors good, then you must treat your wife good in front of your children. Or you, the wife, you must treat and respect your husband in front of your children. It's a big responsibility. Fatima, al-Banin, she was so humble before Amir al-Mu'mineen, because she knew Amir al-Mu'mineen married her to establish a good family, strong family, to have strong and healthy children. She was very humble, and she passed the test. God says in the Quran, in chapter 33, he talks to the wives of the Prophet. He says, you, the wives of the Prophet, you married a prophet. You married someone religious. You married someone who's a teacher, who's a leader, who's a role model. So if you want to be greedy, if you want to be attached to this lower life and ask for materialism, continuously ask for money and for, let's remodel this, let's buy this, let's do this, then that is not good. You are going to hurt the message of the Prophet, the image of the Prophet, the role of the Prophet. You are going to hurt and compromise it. This is a verse in the Quran. Ya nisa an-nabi. In kuntunna turidna al-hayat ad-dunya, if you are attached to this hayat ad-dunya, to the luxury of this life, which has no end, فَتَعَالَيْنَ أُمَتِّعْكُنَّ وَأُسَرِّحْكُنَّ صَرَاحًا جَمِيلًا. The Prophet cannot entertain you financially. He can't. He has limited budget, limited income, and he has to be a role model for the poor, for the deprived, for those who don't have money, for those who don't have food. He has to be. A prophet cannot lead a luxurious life. He has to be a role model for the rest of the community. The prophet has to host in his house some poor, some needy, some widows, some orphans. He cannot afford luxurious life. But ta'alain, it's better that you come to the prophet, he will give you your mahr, and then he, in a peaceful way, he will release you. Release you in the Quran means divorces you. But if you have something else in your mind, if you are tolerant, if you live up to your responsibilities, وَإِن كُنتُنَّ تُرِدْنَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَالدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ. 3 things. You are in love with God, you are in love with the Prophet, you are in love with the hereafter. Your goal is the hereafter, not this life. Then فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ أَعَدَّ لِلْمُحْسِنَاتِ مِنْ كُنَّ أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. God has prepared or will prepare for the righteous one among you. لِلْمُحْسِنَات. Remember, not all of you, not all the wives. لِلْمُحْسِنَات. The righteous one, the benevolent one among you. أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. An abundance of reward He's going to give you. So the wife of a leader should understand that she also should be a role model. A leader whose family is broken cannot get his message down to the masses, to the community. Today people look at the leader not only at what he says, but what he does too. At the way he conducts himself at home, in public. So if he's not having good family, harmonious relationship with his family, people are not going to believe in him. People are not going to trust him. al-Banin, she was up to that responsibility. She knew that Ali ibn Abi Talib is a leader, a role model. Therefore she sacrificed. She was the best mother. And guess what? She would not put her children first, though her children were much younger than Hassan and Hussein and Zainab and Kulthum, much younger, maybe 20 years younger, maybe 12 years young, or 17 years younger. But she will always give a preference to Hassan, Hussein, Zainab and Kulthum. Why? Because they are the children of Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. You know, after Fatima alayhi salam died, Imam Ali, while he was married to Fatima, he didn't marry another lady. Fatima was the only wife. After she died, he married several wives. One of them, her name is Khawla bint Ja'far ibn Qais, and her last name Al-Hanafiya. And she delivered a baby boy called Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiya. Sometimes you hear this name in the history, Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiya. This is the son of Imam Ali, but from a different wife. One day Imam Ali himself, he said to Muhammad, his son, he said, Muhammad, my first children are Hassan and Hussein, you are the second. Muhammad said, why? He said, because Hassan and Hussein are the children of Rasulullah, you are my son. أنت ابني وهما أبناء رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. So excuse me if I put them first, because they are the children of the Prophet. I have to give them that, accord them that honor, that respect, that priority. They are the children of the Prophet. You are my son. But Hassan and Hussein are the children of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the Quran. The Quran says, "Ta'alaw nad'u abna'ana wa abna'akum." The Prophet is telling the Christian delegation, we bring our children and you bring your children. So when the Prophet went for the dialogue, Mubahala, he took Hassan and Hussein. The Quran says our children, the Prophet refers to Hassan and Hussein as being his own children. One day, Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiyyah was asked, the son of Imam Ali, why when it comes to the war, your father dispatches you first and then he takes care of Hassan and Hussein? He said, you know why? Because Hassan and Hussein to my father are like his eyes. I, Muhammad, to my father like his arm, his hand. And a person defend his eyes with his arm. A person always, you protect your eyes with your arm because your eyes are more important. So I represent the arm to my father. Hassan and Hussein alayhim as-salam, they represent his eyes. See, the brothers, they respected each other. This is how Imam Ali raised a good family. A good leader is not just himself good. He raises a good wife, good children, good sons, good daughters. He teaches them. Our role is not just giving food. Our role is giving ta'aleem, ma'rifah, education, manners, good examples. This is the role of the parents. And therefore, I'm telling you, the young generation here, one thing I'm going to tell you, and you're going to realize the meaning of what I say when you get married and when you have children. Be respectful to your parents. Respect your parents. Respect to our parents should be our priority in this life. I know our parents are not infallible. They are not ma'soom. They have mistakes. They have some failures. But we as children, we have to respect our parents. Don't yell at them. Even if you disagree with your father, don't scream at your father. Even if you don't like what your mother is doing, don't call her bad names. Respect your parents. When you respect your parents, you're going to grow. You're going to enjoy life more. You're going to be a better example, a better son, a better daughter. And tomorrow, you're going to be a better father and a better mother when you respect your parents. And by the way, that is the fastest highway to God. The fastest highway that takes us, there are many highways that takes to God. The fastest one is birrul walidain. When you are kind and humble and helpful to your mother and your father. So, al-Banin, she gave a priority to Hassan and Hussein and Zainab and Kulthum because they are the children of Fatima alayhim as-salam. The children of Fatima. When her husband, Amir al-Mu'mineen, moved from Kufa, from Medina to Kufa, she moved with him. al-Banin, she was in Kufa, the period that Imam Ali spent in Kufa, less than 5 years. And when he was martyred, she was there. Like last night, she was in the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen, comforting him. And all her 4 children were there when Amir al-Mu'mineen was struck with the sword and ultimately he passed away like last night or like today, the 21st of the month of Ramadan, in the early hours of the morning. al-Banin, she witnessed the martyrdom of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And her 4 sons also, they were there around Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. And then she went back to Medina until the day of Ashura. There is some dispute among the historians. Some of them say she did not survive until the day of Ashura. She died before Ashura. But the majority of them, they say no, she was there. And she sent her children. She stayed in Medina, but she sent her 4 children, Al-Abbas alayhi salam, and his 3 siblings, to help their brother Abu Abdullah al-Hussein in Karbala. And then when Bashir came back, when the caravan came back, Imam Zayn al-Abidin said to Bashir, Ya Bashir, I want you to precede the caravan, go inside Medina and tell the people about the news and ask them to gather around the Haram the Masjid al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Qabr al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Bashir came, raising his voice, Ya Ahla Yathrib, Ya Ahla Yathrib, Ya Ahla Yathrib. They came out, Wal mal khabar? What is it? He said, La muqama lakum biha. There is no more peace and stability in this city. They said, what is it? He said, Al khabaru inda qabri Rasulillah. Gather there, I'll break the news to all of you. The entire population of Medina, men, women, children, they gathered around the grave of the Prophet. Eventually he came. He said, قتل الحسين. قتل الحسين. فأدمعي مترار. I am bringing this sad news of the martyrdom of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein in Karbala. That lady al-Banin, she came to ask him the details. So when she approached him, first question she asked, historians they say, she has 4 children in Karbala. She never asked about her children. She said, هل لك علم بحبيبي الحسين? Do you know what happened to Hussein? He said, I asked, who is this lady who was asking? I just announced, but because she was distraught, she couldn't hear it very well. She couldn't process what she heard very well. So I asked people, who is she? They said, this is al-Banin, al-Abbas wa ikhwatih. This is the mother of Abbas. I said to myself, subhanallah, she doesn't ask about her children, she's asking about Imam Hussein. So I said to her, عظم الله لك الأجر بولدك عبد الله. Abdullah has gone. She said, فداء للحسين. He's ransom for Imam Hussein. عظم الله لك الأجر بولدك جعفر. She said, he's a ransom for Imam Hussein. Let him defend his master Hussein. Tell me about what happened to Hussein. I told her, عظم الله لك الأجر بولدك عثمان. She said, هلا سمعتني سألتك عن أو. I didn't ask about my children, I'm asking about Hussein. And then I said to her, عظم الله لك الأجر بأبي الفضل العباس. He said when she heard the name of Abu al-Fadl, she screamed. She screamed. And then after that I said to her, عظم الله لك الأجر بأبي عبد الله الحسين. She cried, Oh Hussein, oh Hussein. And then she turned to the house of Zainab alayhi salam. Lady Zainab asked people not to come and visit her on that day, the first day of arrival, because she wants to mourn Imam Hussein privately in his house. So while she was mourning with her sisters, with the family of Ahlul Bayt, someone knocked at the door. So the lady went to open the door. She came back. She said to Zainab, Sayyidati, inna imra'atan muttashihatan bis-sawat, covered with the black. She stands at the door. She is asking for permission. And she says, my name is al-Banin. Lady Zainab said, افتحي لها إنها شريكتنا في العزاء. Yes, this lady is a special lady. Allow her to come inside because she's our partner in mourning and sadness. Once al-Banin came and she looked at Zainab, the moment she looked at Zainab, she said, wa waladah wa Husaynah. She remembered Imam Hussein. Zainab alayhi salam answered her, wa akhahu wa Abbasah. This is the great lady, Fatimatul Kilabiyya al-Banin, the loyal wife to Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wassalam, and the caring, loving mother to Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas and his siblings. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un wa saya'lamu alladhina zalamu ayya munqalabin yanqalibun wal aqibatu lil muttaqin. My friends, tomorrow night is the last night of Qadr, the eve of the 23rd. The eve of the 23rd, the most important night of the night of destinies, Layali al-Qadr. We will begin at sunset with Salat and Iftar, and we will continue until 4:18 a.m. with Salatul Fajr, inshallah. We will recite many du'as. So please, when you come tomorrow, try to bring with you your personal Quran and your personal book of dua. Try to bring it with you, carry it. So you can use your own book when you recite the dua, inshallah. Try to have wudu when you come, inshallah. Of course, you're going to have wudu for the Maghrib prayers. I estimate that we continue reading the du'as and the Quran and the a'mal until 2:30 in the morning. At that time, we're going to do suhoor, inshallah. We're going to eat. And then we continue again. After that, we have 1 more hour from 3 to 4. We will do Salatul Layl, the Tahajjud, and the private du'as, inshallah, until Salatul Fajr. So try to have some rest tomorrow. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. You have no school, no work. Try to sleep. Try to have some rest. And try to drink some coffee at sunset, inshallah. So you can stay up, because this is a lone night, alone. This is not a night that is happening throughout the year. Only once a year, and God says about that night, Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alf shahr. So don't miss that night, please. Please don't miss that night. Try to stay awake. Try to spend time with your Lord, because you need your Lord. You need to pray. We need prayers. Prayers are going to change our life, transform our life. So we need to pray to receive God's, number 1, forgiveness, because we have many sins, and number 2, to receive God's protection. We need God's protection. And I ask you to join me in reciting this verse for our dear brother Agha Jawid Mushfiq, who's recovering in the hospital from a very, very terrible accident. Very terrible accident. And he's crippled, so he is in the hospital. Please join me in reciting this dua. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. 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 يا الله من على مرضانا بالشفاء والعافية. المرضى المنظورين اللهم ألبسهم ثوب الصحة والعافية. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا واستر عيوبنا وتقبل أعمالنا وتقبل صلاتنا وصيامنا وقرآننا ودعاءنا واستغفارنا في هذا الشهر العظيم واجعلنا من عتقائك من النار. Join me in reciting Surah Al-Fatiha for the mother of Brother Jawid, Marhuma Habiba Mushfiq, and also the 4 young Lebanese men who lost their lives in a car accident 4 days ago. Their mothers, their families are in a very, 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 very terrible, sad shape. So please pray for their mothers to receive the peace from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and pray for these souls by reciting Surah Al-Fatiha مع الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد. خیلی ممنون برای غذای خیلی خوشمزه و مطبوع. Of course we're going to take some for the suhoor, inshallah, because you need energy for tomorrow, so the best food is the Afghani food.
Thank you. Well, on my behalf, I would like to also